Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liga Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, as we all know, what's been going on with Marvel, Marvel is becoming a complete, utter disaster, bro. We've seen after 2019, when Avengers Endgame ended, and we were ready for 2020 to see all these shows come out and everything. It has been a complete disaster. Not a lot of these Marvel shows did not come off the Nielsen charts. It didn't come off the viewership charts. So not hardly anyone watched these movies. They tried watching WandaVision. It was Loki, and it was Cat Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And after they saw those, bro, and what they've read, everything else became a disaster. The Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was a complete disaster. And they all left. But Spider-Man No Way Home was a big success on that 2020 front. So, but that was on Sony. That was made by Sony. But then, of course, years later, you had Deadpool Wolverine that became a big success. You know, and everything. And then this year, we had Captain America Brave New World. That went to a complete failure. Then we had Thunderbolts. People liked it. People enjoyed it. But the box office tells different, bro. Nobody didn't go watch this movie. So that was a complete failure. And Fantastic Four, which I went to go watch, and I enjoyed it. That also went to a complete failure. Because Marvel fans are tired of all the nonsense that has been happening, though. Now, we have an article, we have another story of Beau DeMayo, who's just been ripping Marvel, especially Kevin Feige, apart, bro. Because of how they treat Marvel fans. How they treat Marvel fans, and how they treat creators that want to, and directors that want to bring these Marvel movies and shows to life. And they can't do that because you got some guy that doesn't like comic books and he gets offended by it. So let's show you what I'm talking about here. Former Marvel writer exposes toxic Kevin Feige creative meetings in explosive X thread. So yes, Beau DeMayo, yet again, he goes in there and he is throwing a hurricane on their asses. So look, this is what he's talking about when he comes to this meeting. So I read some of this here. So let's go look for it. Where is it? Okay. He's talking about Luis D'Esposito. So he says, what Beau DeMayo is saying is that during his meetings, when creators want to throw a pitch idea from a comic book, Kevin Feige says, look, Luis does not like the idea of having ideas from comic books, bro. He doesn't want that idea. Who cares? That's not his call. That should be his decision. If the creator and the director wants to make that happen, let's make that happen. I mean, look, the source, if you want to make these Marvel movies successful and everything, and these shows successful, you got to follow the source. Follow the source material. Follow your comic books. Follow it. But, as I said before, you have activists in that studio that don't want to do that. But, Kevin Feige, I mean, I don't know what happened to Kevin Feige, bro. He used to be so successful when it came to, after Iron Man 2 and all the way down to Avengers Endgame, it was a huge success. But Kevin Feige, man, I don't know, for some reason, he just lost his balls. You know? And this goes to show you, man. I mean, look what happened to the Blade movie. Right here. Blade. For example, let's talk about what happened to Blade. I mean, let me leave it right here as a concept. So let's look what happened with Blade. I mean, 6 years ago, in 2019, Kevin Feige introduced Mahershala Ali to be the main character, to be doing the movie Blade. Okay. Now, during those 6 years, what have we had? We've had 2 writers that got fired. We've had 2 directors that got fired. What is so hard about making a movie about a black guy who is half vampire with a sword that kills vampires? What is so hard about that? I don't know, man. It's like I said, dude. I mean, it's like I said. They don't know what they're doing. They have no clue what they're doing. So let me find what. Let me find. Let's look at the. Let's read the article for what Kevin, what Beau DeMayo said about the studio. But we can look for it right here, and I can find it, and I can show you right here where we can look at it because I saw it over here in this one right here. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I got this in Cosmic Book News, so you guys can read this too if you guys want. So let's find it because they have it opened up here. See? So let's see. Come on. Where are you? Okay, here it is right here. To those asking why I'm so hard on Superman, the answer is I've never worked with Gunn or DC. Like Max Schuckman and the writers of Fantastic Four, I've sat in the creative meetings. They're horrible. You basically sit in a room with Kevin Feige and Louis Esposito and try to pitch your movie while also realizing that Kevin just wants you to dictate his rushed thoughts. Victoria used to be in these, but Kevin and Lou had so mistreated her that in one of my Blade meetings, she just showed up with sugar cookies she baked to help improve morality. You're even not told not to pitch ideas of comic books because Lou isn't a big comic book guy and it'll turn him off. You sit and talk about craft and story and characters only to have Kevin and Lou say, yeah, well, all we need to do is make sure it's fun and etc. etc. No spark, no vision. Marvel's a slaughterhouse factory where you watch fresh meat get spoiled and it slowly makes its way through the assembly gears of media core, thinking it's this weird hatred for their own product. This is why Robert Liefeld isn't just some bitter old man talking about the comic book writers is met with one content. I had to fight to get the Lewolds involved on X-Men 97, and even then, the dismissive news with which Donna Vasquez Eberhardt spoke about them, basically telling me the original creators were meant to be seen, not heard, to appease fans. I wanted to co-write an episode with them, and that was Donna's response. I even remembered wanting to talk to Chris Claremont and being shut down on or wanting Joe Madrillo to do posters, just as I was scolded for being too friendly with fans or coming off too much as one. This was in a meeting where I was pitching that we could use Blade as a chance to pick up the dangling threads from Doctor Strange. When it came to Wanda and the Darkhold, we could use Varney and the Darkhold cultists. One of my drafts opened with Deacon Frost tricking some British explorers to trek up to Mount Wonagor, where he does blood magic to reveal the vampire spell used by Varney and his followers during the days of Cole. It started trying some of these three threads together. I even had the same monsters from Doctor Strange show up to kill the explorers before Deacon reveals he's a vampire and kills them. This was set before Doctor Strange 2, so a lot of the stuff played ironically while also having Frost give us more details about Clythan, who were only glimpsed in Doctor Strange 2. To Kevin's credit, he liked the idea as well as my pitch that magic is to blame what stakes are to Indiana Jones. He hates magic, but when Lou felt it was too comic book, while Marshall bumped on there being magic in the film totally, and then I watched as them and Nate Moore pick it apart, and we were off to a new draft. It's broken machine, so I can't see where Matt and his team probably had the great ideas, only for Marvel's arrogance to destroy them. Yeah, it's like I said, dude. I mean, they don't know what they're doing, bro. They have no idea what Marvel has no idea what they're doing. So it's like I said before, man. I mean, Marvel is a complete disaster right now. And Beau DeMayo continues on going like this, Beau, and I hope he does show who Marvel truly is and who Kevin Feige really is, man. So, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this? So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.